China A against USAA. Battle of Africa, last qualifying round. Whoever wins this best of 5 series is going into the top 8 of this tournament. Let's have a look how they're playing this out. Civilizations is something we take a look at later. We will start with the Juba playing the Blue Trunks here with the Japanese. His pocket is Influencer playing the Slavs, so that should be a pretty strong start for him with all those farms. And the last player is Daniel playing the Goth. And on the other side, we have TaToH playing the Hans. He is a pure beast with the Hans, relentless aggression. CL, Frank's pocket should be pretty sweet for them as well. And a lot of sheep flying in for Mr. Timmy himself here, playing the melee. Maybe we could have made an argument for playing Brits on this map as well. And yeah, not the prettiest farms for sure. We will see how the two teams will approach this. Actually, could be quite an easy wall here by Influencinho. If he just builds, well, he goes for those walls. It is kind of fine as well, if you ask me. What did he scout? Yeah, okay. And yeah, for everyone who doesn't know this map, players are pretty close together. You're starting with mass amount of farms. Problem is though that if you want to get food, you better take your walking boots and go to the outside. Mass amount of elephants here, but protected by some lions here in the south and north of the map. In the west and east, it's a spot where we'll try to go for extra gold, but you cannot easily send some villagers out. What also was on the outside is a mass amount of goats, something that Mr. Tim really likes, it seems, because he's collecting them quite nicely here. A lot of DauT farms. Yeah, those 2-tile away farms even. Ay. And that means that the Slav bonus actually isn't that great, because like that's splitting hairs. It's still pretty strong. But yeah, the efficiency only works on the farm, not on the walking distance, I believe. But not really important. Scouting that area, no one... I've never seen a competitive game where anyone actually went for those elephants. Maybe if you just are a really crazy Mongol, but even then, don't really think that that's an option. Okay, Mr. Daniel now going for the Drush here with the Goth. Very short distance. Squeezing in a loom as well. Will he? No, he will not go up after that just quickly. And what did he scout so far? He sees the lumber camp. So I expect him to go there pretty quickly. Maybe get his scout over. On the other side, Juba not losing too many HP there, although he got quite a lot of shots off. And Tim now rushing the house out. And Influencinho, the first one to go up with his Slav bonus here. That will most likely be scouts. And the Drush of Daniel not doing too much. Gold actually quite nicely working as the wall towards the TC. Let's take a look what the Drush can really do. CL now getting loom as well, so that's pretty important for him. And yeah, we'll see what players will go up to. TaToH on CL up. I'm liking Zuba's up. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. And the other player who's not up is Tim, but he can delay that a bit more since he's melee and is going up in ages just so much faster. Daniel's following this up with some walls. Question is, what will he really go for afterwards? He's not on gold yet. Kind of weird. But yeah, okay. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Okay. 23 villages at the moment. Maybe we'll follow it up with some longsword men. This map, for everyone who still doesn't know it, is called Beach Fight. A lot of bad chunks are calling it Bitch Fight, but not in my very appropriate for all ages Twitch chat, please. Yeah, this is not really a map where we see a lot of late imperial games. Trade is not really a thing we can go for. Actually, you can kind of build your markets out here. You cannot build on those rocky areas. At least that's what I believe. Archer range at an interesting place. Defensive tower by Juba coming, and oh, those militia coming over at the no, so close and yet so far. Ay. And now going back. The aggression of Stray Dog. Well, that will be an aggressive tower for sure. Daniel, I don't like his strategy choice, honestly. He will be without gold for sure. And then a Goth player without gold. Ay. Doesn't really work out. Didn't really use his militia at all. Cannot upgrade then to M&A either. There's not the greatest strategy choice at all. Maybe could run to the outside, but you know how many villagers you need to send here to kill all those line? More than 2. Is there stone on this map? No. But you're starting with 200 stone. So you can build at least one defensive tower. Maybe Saracens could be good here. I believe on Nosocotra, they're even better. Magia would be nice on this map. Yeah, potentially. But I think they are better on Dust and Arabia as well. Actually, Arabia's banned in this one. Let's take a look. Are we seeing an engagement? Not really happening just yet. Some archers coming out. Quite weird to see archers that early on in such a short distance. Obviously, someone going for skirmishes has the big advantage here, as we can see. Tim probably with a better unit choice here. Now, some problems here for Mr. Daniel, who still doesn't have the answer to the aggressive tower here. Will lose the spearman at the moment. His KD, 5 losses, 0 kills. And that's mainly because CL got 4 out of them. And the rest of the players not really getting any kills in. It's an ugly spot. And that defensive tower of Daniel. Oh, I don't like this one. I think he needed the tower over here to counter tower the one of Stray Dog. This is not looking too pretty for him. Second archery range for Stray Dog, who already even has fletching. Going for rear barrel. Has a lot of sheep left as well. And yeah, just in a beautiful spot overall. And now CL is coming over with his more HP on his scouts. But can I really do the pressure there? Not that I know of. Influencinho delaying the loom for very long. 15-minute loom there. Quite a nice stuff. And talking of nice stuff, that's a lot of villager kills against him here. Will we see those blocked villagers? Yes, indeed. Archers going down quite heavily though. The scouts of Influencinho getting some kills in though. Quite a nice stuff. But now focusing on the wrong thing. We'll get a kill. And now going too close to GC if you ask me, but not getting a volley off. And now going up to Castle Age. Pretty solid start here by our Green Pocket, who played amazingly in Nations Cup. Now trying to defend here is Daniel. That's a lot of scouts still left, and he only has skirmishes at the moment. Some villagers need to be pulled. Not going for the big kills against those villagers. Trying to get some quick walls off, but that's not really going to work. Archer's still out, and our teal player will have some troubles ever really getting onto a reasonable army in this game. You could really see him sending some villagers to the outside. They're completely unprotected. I don't really like the mining camp position too much, but overall, great stuffy by him. It's very important to not reseed farms here. It's so natural to just right click it, but you want to improve on them. That's something you should know. Everyone who is playing Fortress did that and tried to optimize that. So far, players are keeping their kind of bad farms and reseeding them. Is what it looked like. Or I believe that's actually an upgrade. Double stable. Is that open in between those houses? I don't think so. Stray Dog is going for the hunt? No, that's still only the goats over here. But I checked that before and had the same thought. Scouts around, showing that he has bloodlines and the +1 defense. but not too surprising. A Slav pocket who's going to Castle Age quite early is most of the time going for that tech route. Trying to wall the back now is Juba, needs to do that quite quickly, unless he is fine with losing that villager. Oh, okay, so there's archers around, that seems fine. Needs to get a wall off over here, it's still open. Well, that was kind of risky. And Daniel is up to Castle Age. I did not see that coming. Is now going for stables as well. Did he send more villagers? Did go up to 4, so that's somewhat reasonable, I have to say. Double stable, still questionable for me though. Quite an even game so far. Let's take a look at the villager count. I'd say small advantage for the Americans. And when it comes to Castle Ages, we have 1 in Castle Age, few feudal, and everyone else on the way to Castle Age, so pretty even. So kind of an even game. Military count, we have 32 to a bit more for China A. And Daniel obviously will have not the greatest army, but he goes on to knights as well. Same thing that Influencinho is doing. Luckily Juba is staying on crossbows. Army choice of the others. Franks obviously knights. Stray Dog stays on crossbows, and Tim is going for crossbows as well. So it will be double crossbow and 1 knight for the Chinese, double knight and 1 crossbow for the North Americans here. Not the team North Americans, but they are from North America. Still not able to reclaim his gold spot there. Not too important if you have those villagers working in the back. I'm quite surprised how much gold he's having, but that's mainly because he has very little food as well. Influencinho, 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs. So kind of rolling into the right direction. And now, since everyone is Castle Age, it makes a bit more sense to look at the villager counts. Daniel just a bit behind. That's a word where I think you get 10 minutes to think about how to phrase that a bit more appropriately. Even adding more farms at an unfinished TC here. Now switching into CA is Mr. Stray Dog. 3 archery ranges for him, 2 TCs only, and that's still the goat debating us over and over again. Massive siege workshop now, trying to control that front area. What army are we seeing here at the moment? Blue not really going for any. He's still camping at home, not trying to free himself there with his Mangonauts. Going for Thumbring, no ballistics so far. Actually, University is out, so most likely he has ballistics. Did kill that archery range. Now is fighting himself out. Tim going with kind of an open TC there. Let's take a look. Mangonaut shots could be crucial. It's kind of a unfortunate bottleneck. Juba is getting 1 nice hit off. Can he trade 2 for none? Well, 2 for 1. Pretty nice as well. And now Juba is extending here quite a bit. It's important that he's not out there alone, but Influencinho is out, and now we see 5 players. The only one who's missing is Daniel, who cannot contribute enough here. Mangonauts are now coming over. Nice control here of Juba. We need to see Influencinho building more and more knights, trying to hold this. Mangonel is going down. That's a nice win for China A. But still, beautiful hill control here by Juba. And yeah, I believe he has ballistics. He has Thumbring as well, +2 attack. That's a lot of damage output by him. And sending in more and more crossbowmen. More stables coming over. Important is that they decide not to fight uphill now. What is Tier really going for? I'm a bit surprised. Now sending more villagers towards the outside. In quite some trouble. It's not really doing anything with his knight. At the moment it's 3 armies against 2 armies. But CL lost quite a bit here. TaToH mining for our player in the blue trunks, who at the moment has a very dominant hill in the center of the map. It's important that Influencer keeps his knight production rolling, has his 3 TCs. Where is he sending his villagers? Is he? Oh, actually trying to go for the outside as well. Something we see Tim and CL going for as well. And Siege Workshop now in the middle. That's another nice kill. CL now going for forging. Is he adding stables? Well, he has 3 and is adding a 4th one. So he wants to stay on his knight production. Something that I consider absolutely useful. Oh, and that's Tim being left alone. And beautiful job here by Influencer, getting the, well, not completely wrap around, but getting quite some damage done. And Magnus shot, quite nice, getting not the kills, but a lot of damage there for sure. Was a full hit, yeah, it was uphill, that's why we didn't see the big kills, but that was a nice job. And at the moment, I'd say USAA is in full control here. They have the army advantage. They are knocking at the doors of their enemies. Finally, Daniel, wow, that's a lot of mangonels and knights, so maybe that could complement their armies quite nicely. And if they continue with the big army production, oh, they need to get a lot of converts against CL though. Let's take a look if that's going to happen. Influencer is playing his heart off, so is Suba. Daniel still in some troubles here, but TaToH not looking too great either at the moment. And that's a lot of Mangonel and Monks out. They can maybe get the beautiful hill control. At the same time, TaToH will be getting some villager kills in. Only 1 to see here, and that's not protecting all the villagers. Another great hill control here for USAA. Rewalling Devil's houses, losing his stables though. That's a small problem for our player in green. What is Tim doing in the meanwhile? Lost some army. Now trying to boom some, as it seems. Trying to get more stuff rolling here. USA in a good spot. Where's will work for ice cream when we need him? Oh god, that's so many mangonels. Uh-oh, but now completely unprotected. No knights to punish it. So beautiful hill control over here. That TC is instantly going down. Villagers should get sniped as well. And now the knights are coming over. And that's what I said before. They're unprotected. Let's take a look. Do we see a ground attack? Where is he going? Why is he not ground attacking? Those knights were so clumped up. Monks now getting some converts in. I think there should be a solid 3-4 converts. And yeah, no real army to protect that. That was horrible, horrible team play by USA. And those were all the magnets. That was the whole aggression they had going for them. Why didn't they attack all 3 together? And that's what I said before. They were so unprotected. How many knights conversions did we get? Only 3 here. Losing 6 mangonels, 2 monks or something. That was not what they were looking for. Ay. Okay, getting more kills here on the villagers. It's still China A in somewhat of a controlling position, but look at that. Happy, must be really happy that he's going towards the castle age now. He has nice gold control on the outside to the Imperial age. And maybe with that amount of knights, to get them on Cavaliers with the +4 defense, that would be super sweet. Therefore, USA need to push quite heavily here. Influencer, he has enough resources to click up. He's adding a monastery now. I don't see university yet. Needs to make something happen. No, they're killing TaToH, but they need to push into CL. That's the most important thing now. I think CL will just wreck this army of everyone. And just think about it, if they still had 5 more mangonels, if they had the hill here, if they could push into CL, that would be so much better than just killing a half-dead TaToH anyways. Ay. Boom the dummy. I hope you're trying to troll me. Or I hope you're not. Oh, good mangonel shot here. Oh, actually did get a single kill, only damage against the monks. Magno! Oh, saved last second. Oh, and this will be CL'd. Oh god, look at that, 52 kills now. Let's check again in 2 minutes. He will have over 100. Unless TaToH is getting all of him. Sniping this one Magno. Interesting. Buying himself some more time. Heavy usage of the market now. Juba is up to imp as well. Do they maybe need to fall back? They know that CL is an Imperial Age. They know that it could get problematic. And uh-oh, he just decides to go somewhere else. Tim, in the meanwhile, is going for the defense upgrade for his crossman and some elephants. And he is, Mr. CL is going for the kill against Juba here. Let's take a look. That will be pretty brutal. And yeah, they just see, okay, at the moment there's no siege. CL can defend this quite nicely anyways. Let's just go over there. And please tell me that Juba is not going to Imperial Age and that TC, and he is 38%, and that will get cancelled here. I nearly fail on the chat, please. That TC will go down before Imperial Age will be researched. How did CL see that coming? Sweet, sweet move, 55% and done. The TC is gone. And this will be ugly. Repairing with 5 villagers. Good luck making that happen. Nice amount of resources all of a sudden. But, well, how many TCs do they have? 1 TC on the outside and now clicking up to Imperial Age over here. Well, that's a bit better protected there. And now even going for Paladin upgrade. We see Influenza now going for Halberdiers instead of Cavaliers. They will not do much against the melee. Soon to be Arbalest. Yellow will control this whole game, will raid everyone, and that's what I said. He will break the 100 pretty soon, and indeed, that's what he's doing now, and therefore ending the game. USA had the shot there, and one miscommunication. Just leaving Daniel exposed here. He, I believe, went for a very bad strategy with his map, but still, they had the shot. If they pushed over here into CL, all of China A had very little army, 6 mangonels, 8 monks, mass amount of crossbows, mass amount of knights, only facing CL with knights. I believe they could have done it, but in this game, one small indecisiveness of USA, heavily abused by the beautiful team of China A. 1-0 is the score. Yeah, CL Zico. Friend pocket. Happy. Let's take a look at the civilizations. We are out of Franks. We are out of Huns. And we are out of Malay. On the other side, we are out of Slavs, out of Gauls, and the other side was Japanese, I believe. So still a lot of very strong civilizations left. Take a look, what is the next map? Okay, so the first home map they picked, that was Coliseum. Okay, so Coliseum will be the next map. We will see what they were trying to go for. TaToH was taking elephants in the corner. I hope you're... Nah. Apparently USA didn't read the rules either. I believe no one read the complete rules so far. I believe no one will. Maybe DauT will. You think rushing a tower to or enemy exterior goal is a viable strategy on this map? No, you will never be able to defend this. Unless you completely wall it, and even then, you can just build a counter tower. Step. Oh. And also, if you go there with your villager, there are already 15 wolves waiting for you. Okay, let's take a look. Can we get some monies from DauT? Ah, yeah, he quit as well. 3k, 6k. That's a solid game, right? That's $50, $100. Yeah. What kind of vegan gutter water are you drinking then, little boy? It's Schwip Schwab. It's basically like Mezzomix, so mixture of Fanta and Coke, but the sugar-free version. I believe this one was even with extra citrus flavor. So, what a fancy hipster has to drink. So not sure how the map thing works. So, how the map thing works. We have Team A banning a Civ, Team B banning a map, Team A banning a map, Team B banning a map. Then we still have 5 maps left. Then we have A pico map, B pico map, A pico map, B pico map. The 5th map will be the first one. Then we have A home map, B home map, A home map, B home map. How much cancer does it generate? No idea. Maybe should make a doctor's appointment. My girlfriend asked for this drink in England. She's also from Hamburg, and people look at her strange. Well, this one you will never get anywhere else. China #1. Why would you drink that if you can drink water? I'm drinking both, just more enjoyable. Alana Spezzi Master Race, that's a good one as well. That's a really good one as well. Okay, no restart, so let's jump into game number 2. It will be played on Step, or how a German would call it, Steppe. We have Juba playing the Britons, his teammate. And the bottom flank will be Influenza. For the Chinese, at the top we have Daniel playing the Persians. On the other side we have in the top Happy playing the Magyars. They should be pretty active with all his scouts. We have Mr. Tim, who should be pretty active with his scouts as well, playing the Mongols pocket, and that's a big gold pile for him. And in the south we have Stray Dog, the guy who probably is forced, or kind of has the task to go for archers this game, Mr. Stray Dog. For everyone who doesn't know this map, you, starting without a TC, can build it next to your gold and stone like most people are doing, or could actually run to the wood. We are spawning without any berries in this version, and in the middle we have a lot of zebras or zebras depending on where you are from. Oh, that's actually, oh no, it's the same guy, yeah. And you, yeah, kind of need to go there and get control of that. You're starting with the horse instead of a real scout, so cannot really fight back. And it's visible, even in the fog of war of your enemy. Tim going up with a pretty quick timing. pop 16 here, and that's comparable to pop 15 in a normal game, because your horse, I believe, isn't taking population. Am I confused? Most of the time I am, but oh, Reh oder Hirsch? That's the endless discussion. I believe I'm team Reh.
Mandatum.
Are you wearing pants? Since Roll wasn't here, yes I am. That's a friendly mill at mill situation. Daniel and Ciel here. What Daniel should do is actually use his horse to block his enemy. But, oh, Roll was here? Well, then I should unzip them. Going for the fight! It's a fight! Problem is that at the moment Daniel has a lot of food still carrying. Oh, and now the horse should block the retreat past. Oh, getting some damage in here. And Tim, now with the 657 feudal age timing, and building a stable even with 3 villages. 657 with nomad start. Well, but you still have 2 elephants carrying 400 food each and some zebras, so yeah. And you're starting with, I believe, 8 villagers or something like that, but more. So everything is different here. Influenza was quite a high population there, about 24 for him. But he's so not feudal age. Very aggressive on the map here is Mr. Stray Dog. Now archer range by him 2 on gold and building the tower quite early here. Oh, and Mr. Daniel actually going for the M&As. And what is that? Persian player with 5 on or 6 on gold. Quite surprising to me. Archer ranges should be dropped now by Juba. And I believe that's a map where really Portuguese wouldn't be bad. It's so confusing, so tough to see where your enemy is. And yeah, I think that's beautiful play with Portuguese. You can go on to archers as well, quite nicely. Yeah. Honestly, I feel Portuguese could be a top 5 civilization on this map. Stop trying to make Portuguese a thing. I will never stop! Oh, I kinda love that. Isn't that a beautiful couple? But where's the wind coming from? Like this area, right? Okay, well, that makes sense. Let me take a look over here. That's just water. Not sure where it goes, but sometimes we can take a look at fights as well, instead of builds. Now another tower pretty much in the center here. That's quite an interesting one. That's a lot of villagers here and a lot of villagers dying by influenza. He was the leading guy when it came to villagers, and that's a lot of loss. Look at his KT. 1 to 12. And his late uptime really did cost him. And Juba not really around here to help him out. Now even losing some of his spearmen, scouts still around, and that was just too ugly. Tim just super fast there. Some archers early fletching here as well by Stray Dog, and this is looking like a very short game. Influenza dropping down to pop 19. China number 1. 12-minute game, guys. They are not here to waste time. China number 1 came here to smoke and kill nerds in 12 minutes. And they were all out of cigarettes. Yeah. Influenza not with the most crisp start. He relied a bit too much on his Chinese advantage. Had so much more villagers. I wouldn't be surprised if he still has the most villagers, actually. Look at that. He still has 27. The highest villager count. Although he lost like 13, 14. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's take a look in the rest of the achievements. Well, KD's is what we saw. Not too pretty. Massive amount of food here for Tim. Look at that. 1k more food compared to Daniel. So weird. Yeah, Mem's team. Pretty strong. Did they really need to quit that early? I believe they didn't have much left, yeah. Well, Influenza was basically dead. They had no control over the middle. They had less army. The deer was completely free for the Mongol player now. Aye. Didn't look too great. And now Dust coming our way. Mr. T West. Smarty High. Lovely guys that you're all around. I set myself a goal today. I felt like I want to reach like 300 viewers today. Now we're at 360, so kind of happy about that. The series isn't ending, so maybe we can get to 370. Also like that I'm somewhat realistic. Such a great map. Well, we already had VNSA against Germany A today. Ninja has 91k viewers. Good for him. And VNSA against Germany A, or NC, Germany C. We had a 1 hour game on this map, so it has some potential. Deserve man, good mix of entertainment and analysis. Thank you so much. So Dust being the next map, I believe that's a pretty good one for China as well. Not enough Unity. I need to go to Firestream. I really don't want to get banned. What's your favorite map? Eldorado. I think, yeah. The Hippo is pretty nude. That's true. I'm surprised it wasn't banned yet. Maybe it doesn't have enough viewers. Does anyone know when the next TLC 2 match starts? Well, we just had all the semifinals yesterday. So scheduling will start. I already posted in the forums yesterday. So I believe next weekend we will have, spoiler alert, Tyrant Plebs against Quali B and Quali A against Zubengut. And now we are jumping into game number 3 of China against USA. 3 more map points for China to get into the final stage here of this 7k prize pool tournament. Age of Empires 2 coming your way. Juba, the flank with that stacks. Pocket position for Influenza Malians. Quite a solid one. Indians would have been maybe even better for Daniel. On the other side we have Stray Dog with the Berbers. And in the pocket Malians Tim. So maybe a restart, but no restart out of them. And Spanish CL. Let's take a look. Can he save this visitor? I believe he has enough experience there. Yeah. Cornelia noobs you can take very easily. At the moment, they seem to be the weakest of the 4 teams. But there's a lot of ego on the line. What is TaToH doing? Trying to find a spot to build a house. Interesting. 2-0 already. Surprising, right? Only 1.5 hours after they started to schedule, or like the scheduled time was. Easily. Already 2-0. DauT, scouting the marketplaces. Big question what Tim will be going for. Kind of interested, but only 3 on board, so kind of expecting a forward out of him. Oh, let's see about that. BoA, thank you so much for taking good care of that. And endless amount of sounds. Oh, maybe too far off now. Oh, you need to stay in 3 tile distance. 25 HP, I think. You should jump. Oh, that was a good job. Too far away, Stuba. What? Why is the elephant chasing? Wow, why did the elephant chase there? That's surprising to me. Did we see any? Also because of the wolf? Yeah, I believe CL should block Tuba's eagle here instead of the elephant. Does the elephant have greater range than boars? Angry elephant. Oh, now he's going back. Oh, Tuba, what is he trying to go for? Now he should block. Yeah, okay. The elephant will go back. Last second deny here by CL. And that was a lot of work Tuba put in there. And still went back. Take a look at Tim. 2 farms. Now sending more onward. Curious what he will go for. Control Shift plus F9. Thanks for that. If I ever want to see the center of the map. Oh. Are you kidding me? So that was the line of sight of the lion from before. And that's why the elephant was able to be chased. So whenever you have a lion, like you can just run away, just position yourself over here, and the elephant will follow the whole direction. Sweet stuff. Now how do I get back? Yeah. Okay. Let's focus on humans again. And Tim will actually play Plume Larches out of the pocket position here. Interesting. Relics as well. Okay. Interesting stuff. Daniel now going forward 3 villages. I didn't expect an archer range. Okay. With only 1 lumber camp. Feels weird, man. TaToH is going for M&A as it seems, or is that archers as well? It is all weird. Influenza out of the pocket position is going for scouts. We have Juba going for archers. Oh, and CL trying to squeeze through with his Spanish. But those walls will finish, or will they? I believe it's not only one to this time. That was a close one. That was a close one. And, well, that bought him a lot more time. Oh, God. That was tough. I'm not sure if that house is too important. Actually, that's not the most clever house, because the tower will never attack one of those 2 palisades anyways. So I think a house over here makes so much more sense. Oh gosh, that was a close wall. Villager needs to be microed down. Okay. Okay. I'm going a bit mem mode here. Okay, on the other side, we have the aggression into Mr. Stray Dog, who is just going for archers. And that's what I said before. Archers directly isn't that great if the enemy is going for skirms. And that tower of Stray Dog, maybe. Oh god. I'm always in the fog of war of the... What is that? Look at that. Let's take a look what the bird sees. Oh. Battleground. Okay, another bird. Let's follow him. Okay, what does he see? Another skirm? Okay. What is going on here? Oh, that's another bird. He's got in this area. Driver, make it stop! Make it stop, please. How can I switch away from? Oh yeah, bird cam. Yeah. It's... How is it called? Google Maps? It's like bird maps. Yeah. Oh, not trying to rush in that tower. Tim, by the way, on the way to Castle Age at the moment. Where are the scouts of Influenza? Oh, only doing some stuff over here. Only got 2 kills in this far. Both towers going up. Shouldn't really happen that much. Control Shift plus F1. Okay, congratulations to the middle of the map, and that's how it works, guys. Sweet stuff. Okay. Today we learned this is an infotainment stream. Entertainment and information provided by user patch 1.5 and Wallow Kingdoms. Played on Doobly, sponsored by MembTV and supporters. Or something like that. Now the first aggression, let's take a look. CL, he needs to get some more towers up to be safe. And that wood line, well, he's getting the towers up, so that's all good. While you watch Marshall Arena, watch the animals in Dark Age. That's what I will do. Finally, something to do the first 14 minutes. Press F4. I heard Alt F4 is giving you the auto win in every game. So maybe I should go for that as well. Nice placement by Tim here. Very defensive, but I think I like that. Kind of was protecting quite a lot. Needs to get... Oh no, no quick walls needed. Good stuff. Now some more axes. The aggression of Daniel continues, but what is he really killing at the moment? Not too much. One single tower of Stray Dog. Good enough. Maybe should have lurked around with the towers over here and try to pressure the back a bit more. CL is fine over here. Just a beautiful, beautiful play. And yeah, it seems like Happy really developed there the Lux and Vivi style of going nice aggression, tower up, having nice transition. And I would say like 2 years ago, Lux was the very best in the world of doing that. And I believe those two really caught up there. I don't like that build too much. Would have loved it a bit further away from the TC actually. And now the walls are coming over here straight up. Realized the situation. Oh, maybe this could get tricky, but it's still open. Either tree hop or just walk through. Those are the two options. I don't think that that tower is the greatest one ever. Do we have fletching here? Yes, but do we have enough damage output? No. Maybe he's king of YOLO. Okay, so what are we looking at this game? Tim, now getting a second TC up. The other side, Influenza. Actually, could get completely destroyed by plumed archers. But Daniel has some skirms up. I think those plumed archers are pretty efficient, actually. But maybe Tim did camp a bit for too long? Or a bit too long? Maybe the timing wouldn't really be enough anyways. Take a look what he can do. He is facing like 6 skirmishers, so 5 Plundarchers shouldn't really do that much. Trying to rush another tower out is Mr. Stray Dog. I think he will save most of his villagers. Yeah, that's pretty fine. All of them safe. Plundarchers not getting the kills done. Got 1 villager, maybe 2 villagers, 1 skirm or something. 3 units. Knights are coming out. No +2. At least not instantly. And Juba going for a sneaky tower and more archers around. I think just moving around and killing them one by one could have been an option as well. And what is CL going for? Still has enough stone for a castle, but that's a risky move out with all his villagers. Interesting. March is lost. That tower indeed will go up. And you're now going for a wheelbarrow. And so trying to defend his back. Actually, look at that. Having some very far away villagers. Look at what are we witnessing? TL just going full crazy mode. To pull all his villagers. Don't have that much on stone. That's just super risky here. The lion sees what's going on. I think I want to see a bit more bird camp. Oh god. I have a bird around. No, not really. TL. Oh, relics have point of vision as well. Okay, well that castle shouldn't really go up, right? What is this? DL? Is that a so-called throw? Aye. Okay, well, that was just very unclever. Oh, now this one shouldn't go up either. And I think I want to go back to the normal point of view. And yeah, Influenza should just fight this down. Shouldn't be any problems here. Now going for the stone walls. Could be prevented by the Nilly farms. But you don't know what that is because you didn't see the newest episode of Advanced Expert Tip with Nilly yet. No knights coming over, and a lot of knights coming over. Need to fight down that house, maybe some of the palisades. Let's take a look. Maybe the castle will go up. Why didn't he build a defensive tower? Could have maybe made more sense. Some of the walls were low HP, not really. Just trying to fight this, and Tim now coming over, and that's pretty nice. And this is an ugly castle. Teal now expanding, trying to come over here. Super. Meanwhile, preparing a push into the base of CL, who is at pop 37. Going for the complete waste here. Had some troubles, had some raids over here. Will now lose his starting TC even. At the moment he has 2 military. Those are 2 useless scouts somewhere. I don't even know where they are. We're just trying to fight off those. Won't really happen. Archers getting some kills against the knights in villagers. Could maybe repair. Where is the rest of the army of Tim? Not really around. Where are the conquistadors microing? Now they're coming out. Let's take a look. Can they get some kills in villagers? What are they doing? Knights losing their lives. I believe this is a hold by CL here. And in the end, he's actually doing the damage that he was looking for. Conquistadors getting the kills and need to jump in with that one again. Not the greatest micro, but all the knights died and now the villagers can actually take care of those rams. Let's take a look. Can he save this castle? Oh, more knights coming over. That ram, where is it going? And this is saved, and Influenza just lost so much here. What else are we witnessing? Daniel is going crazy through the middle, going for skirmishes here, now going for elite skirmishes and the +2. At the same time, CL, well, lost some small amount of villagers here, going down to pop 31, 25 villagers and 6 conquistadors. So he actually is doing some damage, but small losses on his side as well. Another tower, and this is a very entertaining map for sure here. At the moment, USAA actually in the score lead, and I think they aren't in the worst of positions because TaToH pop 50. CL pop 30 for the heavy migration. Well, he still has conquistadors, but there's also 3 rams out. The castle isn't getting repaired. So once the conquistadors are moving out, I think he can just tear down that castle, and then it's a goodbye CL. Not doing anything in this game. He probably only has this 6 conquistadors to work with. At the same time though, Tim on the way to Imperial Age has a second castle up. I believe those skirmishes won't have the greatest future. Rogan Wololo needs to get denied. Okay, good job, thanks there. And going for a mass amount of mangonels, or at least siege workshops for now. NCL. Ay. Going gold here. I'm in no man's land. Is he trying to get a mill up, trying to get some more farms? I have no idea what's going on. Why do I need to focus on casting, guys? You focus on getting solid pyramids done. TaToH finally has his own cars up as well. Camel archers, no bloodlines for them. No defense upgrades as well, so not that tanky at the moment. But still, nice damage dealers, and maybe can sneak around and can get some of those villagers. And they're super unprotected, super far away. Let's take a look. Does TaToH have any idea about those? Not really. So, not really going to help out. Okay, Tim. Maybe we'll switch into his point of view. What is he up to? More barracks, Eagle Warrior upgrade as well. The aggression of Daniel continues. Finally, they are pressuring the guy who can threaten them the most. But Eagle Warriors can get super tricky. Maybe too much stone for Tim here. Needs to send more villagers on gold. He kind of has solid numbers there. Just needs a bit more farms rolling. At the moment, he has 21 farmers. That's more than I expected. Okay, maybe in the second row they were a bit better. Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade now. Uh-oh, NCL losing his castle at the front and another TC. So he won't have the greatest days. TaToH kind of stabilizing, but it's really Tim who needs to make something happen now. He needs to raid, I believe, Influenza or maybe Juba quite heavily. I believe Influenza makes a bit more sense. Oh, Mangonel! Oh, trading 1 for 1. Doing some more damage against the skirmishers, but, well, skirmisher HP isn't really what we need to take care of if we have elite Eagle Warriors out now. Marion Eldorado obviously miles away. Look at the resources of Tim. He will get some kills now. Is he maybe able to pull it back for his team? We did see another castle aggression here of another flank from China A. And, well, that's not the greatest micro against the spearman here. Will the castle go up? Could get pretty tricky. I believe he could have denied some more of those villagers. Camels coming out. Let's take a look. This castle, I believe it will get denied again. Is that the story of this game? Kind of feels like it. Nice move here by Daniel, just in time, having the skirmishes over, pulled the villagers, build the defensive tower, but also very ballsy move here by TaToH. Not 100% sure if that was really needed here. He is kind of safe in his own base, still a lot of towers, still a lot of castles and TCs, and now the raid begins. Now it's time for Tim to shine. Has a +2 defense, has a +1 attack. TaToH attacking better for his camel archers. And now, Influencer, 85 villagers. That needs to drop if Tim wants to start and or if he wants to continue with his big push. Juba staying on crossbow, man. Maybe he should transition into Imperial Age as well. But the most important thing is that Influencer now stays alive, going for the +4 defense. CL going for another castle, but pop 13! Pop 13 aggressive castle, guys. We are seeing it all in this game. At the other side, Kamaj is not really getting the kills done here. TaToH trying to stay aggressive. This castle, I don't understand it, but it's happening. CL has a TC up. Now the raid all over the place. Juba, he's up to Imperial Age as well. Tim, pop 145. Can he make it happen? Marion's low eco. It's something we can see. And it's another DauT castle tonight over and over again. Suddenly dropping down to pop 7 only. And so evil. So evil. Lots of knights out there here. +2/+2 for them. A lot of villager kills coming in, and that's already more than 15 villagers lost, and there are no more TCs. Let's take a look. Does Tim see about the know about that gold camp? Yes, and he is trying to punish that. Knights are trying to come over and save them, but some villagers will lose their lives here for sure. Some losing under the TC. More Eagle warriors coming over. Is CL sending more villagers? Yeah, 4 more villagers, sending 50% of his eco to the front. Trying to get that castle up in a second try. Eldorado now coming in. We can see 100 HP on those Eagle Warriors. Defensive castle now by Influencer. The raid continues. Juba coming over, trying to save. On the other side, we have Daniel kind of dying to TaToH here. This castle is freed. Maybe in the long run, the Berber player will actually matter in this game. He is up to Imperial Age as well. And the villagers getting killed again. Down to 7 villagers again. Let's take a look. Is he sending more to the front? Well, he's going for the boom. Adding a second farm for now. Maybe should have waited for the clear up. Oh, still 2 villagers around. Going to sneak for now. Getting more villager kills. Tim really getting the kills in. 130 on his scoreboard at the moment. Yeah, that will only climb higher. Juba going for Arbalest. Obviously not the greatest unit ever. Very immobile compared to the Eagle Warriors. And not the greatest stuff against +8 defense there. But in combination with the knights, maybe they can do something now, trying to go for the wraparound. Let's take a look. That's a beautiful position here by Juba. And that's so nice. Saving all of them before Imperial Age upgrades are kicking in. Eagle Warriors not taking the greatest fight. He needs to run. Now getting squires as well. What are we seeing here? Tim, somewhere in no man's land, not really going for the converts, more for the heal. He needs to focus on something else. Juba is now going for eagles as well, but the weaker ones, the Aztec eagles. What can Tim do? He still has a lot of castles out as well. Oh, actually only 2. He had a lot of stone earlier. The raids not being that efficient anymore, but still trading off Imperial Age. The Eagle Warriors fully upgraded, only lacking 1 upgrade against Castle Age Knights. Banking for Tim. Maybe he can sling TaToH. Get something done. TaToH is losing that castle at the front though. Needs to delete that. It doesn't look like he will take care of that, and the castle falls. TaToH is switching on to Cavaliers though. And Cavaliers will perform reasonably well against potential Cavaliers of Influencer if he isn't getting the Farumba upgrade in at the moment. 1 castle only, but we'll hold it for now. Now the raids into the base of Juba. This is still a very open game. The best game of the series. The whole eco of CL under attack at the moment. But he saved every single villager. Great job. Now we even have Garland Wars already out. 9+6 for Juba. Let's even move that out. +7 and 8 there. Camel Archers, Cavaliers. I don't see Daniel holding this with Skirmisher, Mangonel. It's kind of a repeat of game number 1 here. Mangonel's kind of unprotected. Where are the monks? Where is the army? Nice ground attack, but does it really matter against that amount of Cavaliers? Not really. Camel Archers now coming through as well. They could get some raids here in the south. going for the gold first, and that means Daniel will get eliminated from this. Pretty sweet stuff for Juba. So at the moment, everyone is sending army over. We see the Faruma upgrade, so Influencer will have the very strong Cavaliers. There was +7 attack, but will he have the eco? Only at 80 villagers at the moment, and will lose more and more. Where are his remaining gold spots? I don't really see them. This one at the front, protected by some Geppettos. Oh. And okay. If you like blue houses, come over here. Take a look at that. You warriors getting more kills in. Look at that, +7 attack on those Berbers. Obviously cheaper Cavaliers, Camels and Scouts, but is that enough? He is switching on to Camels now. Is getting the upgrade that gives him more HP on those as well. Going on to Jaguar Warriors, maybe that is the answer. One hit, killing, doing 25 damage there against the Eagle. Quite a lot. Stray Dog now realizes, okay, I cannot really do much against those Cavaliers. Maybe I will find another angle. Maybe I will get some raids in at another spot. Jaguars doing a beautiful job to defend. Two players in a very healthy spot here. Tim and Stray Dog against people that are getting raided over and over again. Juba, the only guy who looks kind of stable in this one. Let's see how they can play this out. This is the best game of this series. I would absolutely love to see if USA is taking it, but at the moment it's not looking too great for them. Tim just getting so many kills, and look at that, 270 kills only by him. His combined teammates, not even the half. Oh, and that's a nice attack here against the Arbalest, trying to kiss the mill here, but the surround is real, and Daniel is out of the game. They saw too many Eagle Warriors coming their way. Even slinging Stray Dog in the end is Mr. Tim. GG, total rampage by Tim here. Gonna love that play by him, and he knew he had a very small timing. The aggression at the front of Daniel was completely cleared up. Tim realized, okay, if I get onto those elite Eagle Warriors, if I use my eco advantage and can raid their other pocket, I can finish that game for my team. And yeah, therefore, China A is making it into the top 8. Congrats to them, Stray Dog, CL and Tim. I'm looking forward to see what they have up in store for us. Absolutely love how aggressive they are playing, what they're bringing to the table, and happy to see them advance for sure. Great job, Tim.